Good morning to all of the beautiful people out there. Welcome to the Fantasy Football Wake Up Call. We're back. We're going to be answering your starts and your sits. One problem, Joe, is I am in the wrong category here. So keep dancing.
What am I supposed to do?
Everyone keep dancing. We're getting closer.
Where's TDs?
Dance. Shake them things. There you go. There you go.
Sunday Morning Football with Mike, Scottie, and Joe. Where the hell is Tony Tucker? All this with TDs in the house.
We are here. We are live. There was a few technical difficulties before I hit the button, but we danced it out. We got through it. TDs is here as well.
We all love TDs. We appreciate TDs.
That's true. It is put in the chat too. We do love you, TDs. We do love TDs. Joe, Scottie, we're here. Joe, how you doing?
I'm good. People can excuse us for having technical difficulties because it's for me and Mike. Football's on at 6:30 in the morning. We've been watching football for a good 2 hours already. So we were watching the Vikings destroy themselves here in London.
Yeah, and apparently Tony hit the snooze button, still sleeping through this show. I don't know what Tony's missing today, but we love TDs. We're excited. We have early football. Can't complain about that. Still going on. Got money on the Vikings, so I need the Vikings to pick it up a little bit. But we'll see what happens.
See? Who else is excited about 6 a.m. football? That's instant replay right here.
For some reason, I thought the Vikings were playing the Falcons, and I woke up like in a sweat and in a scare. I was like, it's active. I woke up panicking, and then I realized it wasn't the Falcons.
Morning, gentlemen. What's up, big baller?
Big balls, sir?
You see how they mismanaged
some big balls in here.
Right before half there, Joe, you saw how they mismanaged the timeouts? We're just like, we don't really need to use timeouts.
Well, I have Kirk Cousins in one of my leagues, and I'm like, Kirk Cousins has already left like 2 touchdowns on the board, and it's like it's pissing me off. Like Kevin O'Connell, somebody tell Kevin O'Connell that you were brought in here to score touchdowns. It's not supposed to be defensive games like this.
Yeah, but did you see Kirk Cousins? It could have had an easy touchdown pass to Jefferson, but threw it behind them where Jefferson had to turn his body. And then Lattimore, of course. I got to give Lattimore credit. He does shut down all big receivers. But that should be an easy touchdown for Jefferson, and Cousins messed that up.
Was that a fake punt?
It was a fake punt. Am I ahead of you? I'm probably ahead of you. I'm in Jersey. These guys in Cali. I'm doing East Coast versus West Coast over here. I'm outnumbered.
You probably pay big money. You're probably rich and stuff like that. I don't get the rich telecast over here. We just get the
what is this?
And the East Coast bias, shows up for you.
East Coast bias. Let's get into this. Let's start answering some questions. Y'all ready for the first one? Tony Tucker in the house.
He woke up. Tony woke up.
Yes. You want to add anything to the intro, Tony?
Can. Sorry, his shirt.
It's
sorry, Can. Oh.
Lucky shirt.
He already has plans, guys, with his couch.
I'm rocking a Phillip Rivers jersey because my Chargers need to show a little bit of grit. They need to get tough as shit, and we need to stop saying dadgummit.
Yes.
No?
I'm not wearing any Chargers gear today because the last 2 weeks I've thrown it off and chucked it across the room. And that makes me feel bad about myself.
All right, well, here's the first question, guys. If you guys are in the chat, feel free to drop your starts and sits in there. We will get to it eventually. It's a long chat. It gets to a long line eventually, but we will answer every single one of this live. You got us for the next 50 minutes to an hour. Fire those start sits away, trade questions, anything into the chat, and we got you guys. All we ask that you guys like the video, share it out to more fantasy football players, maybe your league chats or whatever it is, and subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. All right, first one. ETN, Dobbins, Matt Collins, and Joe. Whenever you have the inactive report, just completely interrupt
I
me.
forgot
Say,
about that.
"Mike, you're a fucking idiot. We don't want to hear from you anyways." But ETN, Dobbins, Matt Collins. This one's a little bit interesting because ETN obviously off to a slower start than we wanted. Dobbins is now in week 2 after the injury. Matt Collins coming off a big week last week. Scottie, you leaning any way here?
I'm going to lean towards Dobbins. Matt Collins, he did have the big week. I don't fall into those traps, though. I don't fall into the big traps. ETN has to, I'm not giving up on ETN, but I'm going to give Dobbins another week off the injury. He's playing, has another week of practice. I'm leaning Dobbins.
I like it, Tony.
So we got to pick 2 of them, right? So I'm going to go with.
Oh shit,
that's a bad.
I'm going to go with J.K. Dobbins, and I'm going to ride the hot hand of Matt Collins here. Like if Surtain gets the shadow on Adams, I'm going to chase back-to-back big weeks. And it seems like for whatever reason, Josh McDaniels loves Matt Collins. He probably also loves unemployment from the sounds of it. The Raiders could be on an 0-4.
Well, look, I've been telling you guys that I've been wanting to see more and more Mac Hollins, and every time I watch the Raider game, he's open all the time. And Mac Hollins finally had his big game, so Mac Hollins and Dobbins. Even though I'm really thinking ETN's breakout is coming
soon.
within the next 2 weeks.
It's gonna happen, and everyone's gonna be really happy when it does happen. Is Hunter Renfrow playing today?
No, he's not. Hunter Renfro's out, so we're going with Dobbins and Matt Collins.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. Next one. Chargers defense, Houston's defense, or 49ers defense for TDs?
Oh, shit.
I like defense.
Do you have the Giants defense on waivers?
I'll tell you which one of these is not an option, the Houston defense, so throw that one out the window already.
No, he's saying it's the Chargers
versus Houston.
Or 49ers versus the Rams. It's okay. Okay, Phil. We know you can't read.
Yeah, I'm from the. I'm sorry. I'm from the New York area, and it's Windy City actually today. And the Bears only have 4 passing attempts. So, are the Giants' defense available on waivers? Because they're not going to give up more than 20 points today.
If they're not available, and these are your 2 options, you go with the 49ers because the Chargers are going to get ran all over today.
Oh my goodness, this hater!
And if Rex Burkman is out there, you go pick up Rex Burkman.
I'm going to let the Chargers fans talk about their defense because I'm
going to fight the good fight with you, and I am starting the Chargers in a very important matchup. They get Davis Mills. J.C. Jackson is back this week. Yes, Dameon Pierce may have some success, but you're going to get 3 turnovers from this Chargers defense today. I feel very confident when I say that.
Yeah, Asante Samuel might get 3 by himself. This dude's touching the ball every game, 3 times a game. Catch the ball, Asante. Get on the jugs machine. I know you're not a receiver. Catch the football. Let's go to the next. Chargers, obviously.
Here's some good news for you guys that are starting J.K. Dobbins. Kenyon Drake is inactive today, so he won't be playing. David Montgomery is inactive. You already knew that. Of course, every damn Detroit Lion offensive player is probably inactive, so all the guys that you're probably starting in Detroit are all inactive. Swift, St. Brown, DJ Chark, all gone.
They're going to lose.
No, Jamal Williams. You talk to your boy. I can push it through. I'm the commissioner.
I'm trying to think of anybody else that I'm seeing that are some big names for you guys. Nothing major popping out.
Davis. I saw Gabe Davis is active, which is good news for me.
Yeah, I saw this one doesn't have the Chargers on there, but I saw that Keenan Allen is out.
Yeah,
earlier in the week.
I know he was day-to-day game time, and everybody thought he wasn't going to play, but they haven't officially listed it on here. But I saw it on Twitter earlier that he was going to be out.
Anything on Cordero Patterson's status?
I did not see that. I did see some trash talk about DJ Moore at the top of the show, and I am starting in one league. I'm starting like Romeo Dobbs over him. I traded DJ Moore away at another league, and I'm starting Josh Palmer over him in another league. So I'm pretty confident DJ Moore is going to have a monster week because I found a way to extricate myself from him every possible way. So good news for DJ Moore.
Nothing on CMC yet either, Joe?
Huh?
Nothing on CMC yet either. He might be the late window game.
Nothing on CMC yet. And then but I read that he is going to play. I read that CMC is going to play. He might not be 100%, but they're going to get him out there. And then, of course, the New York Giants are without their wide receivers, Wardell Robinson and Kadarius Toney. That's about it for the morning games. You guys have to keep up to date for the afternoon games.
Richie James season, sounds like.
Richie James.
DJ Moore, Allen Robinson, Elijah Moore, or Gerald Everett. Getting the last little shout out here. In the flex, this is a tough decision and not in a good way. Instant replay. Injury-riddled team has to make a choice between these 4 guys. Scottie, what do you think from here? DJ Moore, A-Rob, Elijah Moore, Gerald Everett.
I'm going A-Rob for hold on. Or Gerald Everett. I'm knocking out Elijah Moore. I'm knocking out the Moores. No Keenan Allen. I'm my first gut instinct. I'm going A-Rob. He's been an absolute disappointment this season. I'm just going by his skill set, his history. He can't have every game sucking if he's healthy. I'm going A-Rob here. I'm knocking out the Moores, going A-Rob. I would lean towards Everett possibly. I'm going A-Rob.
I'm playing instant replay in 2 leagues, and this is not either of the league I'm playing him in, so I have no problem giving me advice here. I'm going to go with Allen Robinson for 2 reasons. It's Monday Night Football, and also as a fellow Chargers fan, you don't want another reason to be angry at the game today if it goes south. And having Gerald Everett in there in your lineup and losing in fantasy and potentially going bad in the real football game could be tough day, tough watch.
Oh, and note to self, fellas, in this Warzone league, pay attention. If I lose this week, I'm going to be on a trading spree. So you can knock on my door if I lose this week. Everybody will be on the block.
And look, he followed it up with DJ Moore has been straight bozo this year. So look, I'm going with Elijah Moore, and there's only one reason I'm going with Elijah Moore and these 4. It's because Tony Tucker dropped him this morning. And when Tony Tucker dropped him this morning, I said, Elijah Moore going off all day.
And I'm going DJ Moore for the same reason, Joe.
Hey, Rob.
Don't think I didn't see you drop him this morning, Tony. I saw him.
I had to drop him. I was at a point where I have a roster that is 0-3, but somehow loaded with talent. It's impossible to pick anybody. So it's like, do I drop him or Gerald Everett? And I kept the tight end, who's like a top 5 in points so far this season, over Elijah Moore, who's getting back Zach Wilson, which I think all of our Jets at this point should be benched.
Things are starting to blow up in Carolina right now. I don't know if you guys saw the DJ Moore interview where he didn't agree with Matt Rule on some of the stuff that's going on in there. So it's not going to last long.
Is he going to be available at the trade deadline?
I don't know. There's a lot of things that say, DJ, just come out and say you want to be traded. Just say you want to be traded. Next one, Mike. Next one.
Some teams will be calling for his services. I guarantee you that. DK Metcalf, Curtis Samuel, Romeo Dobbs. I'm assuming pick one here from, how do you say this name? Osil?
We're going to go with Mora.
I'll just go Mr. Mora.
Yeah.
What do you think, Scotty?
I'm going with the Packer. I'm a Washington fan. I don't have too much faith in them today. DK is too talented to be on such an odd circumstance with Geno Smith. I'm leaning towards the Packer.
I'm going to go Curtis Samuel on this one. I think some junk time and some easy catches for Curtis Samuel. Like, he just feels like somewhat of a security outlet for Carson Wentz.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going DK Metcalf. So we're all mixed here, but I'm going DK.
I'm going DK Metcalf as well. The Seattle Seahawks offense about to go off on the Lions and beat the Detroit Lions today.
I like this comment right here. Never thought I'd say this in my lifetime, but go Raiders.
Yeah, I kind of want the Raiders to win too. I don't think we did not help Mora at all on that.
A lot of people not happy with AK this morning, waking up saying he's not scoring touchdowns and he's not playing. And we all thought he was going to fall in the second round, not for prediction.
I am playing him in that league, and I appreciate you sleeping in and not making that roster adjustment.
Yeah, AK 44. He's not good enough to be 45.
This is a 2.
Jefferson is already tearing my ass apart.
This is a 2. Oh, it's a 5-point game somehow still.
Big ballers, drink some coffee and something else will tear your ass apart.
Wingstop.
Waking up.
Yeah, if you guys were watching, we talked about this earlier, Scottie. He said Jefferson was open in the back of the end zone on that next corner route too. And he went for Thielen for that 3 to 5 yard one.
It's Cousins' fault. Jefferson beat Lattimore twice. No, I agree with you, instant replay. I agree. I have Jefferson in 2 leagues. It's unbelievable.
Taysom Hills came in at quarterback.
Yeah.
Seeing some gadget shit. And he got it.
Yeah, you guys are
big ballers here. It says Godwin's coming off an injury, or you want to go with Godwin off an injury, or Dortch, who's been solid with the banged up Cardinals.
Godwin's in today?
Yeah, he is. Godwin, Julio, and Gage.
They're all back.
Got in a long argument with a Chiefs fan about how these receivers were going to be back sooner than later, and if this is a game they probably want to come back for. He didn't want to listen to me.
I'm just getting bad vibes from Tampa Bay Buccaneers this year. It's just dirty. Tom Brady doesn't even, of course he looks like he wants to be there because he picks football over his family. But it's just the vibe for the Buccaneers for me this year. It's like I want to avoid him. I have Fournette in the league. He's getting the volume. I want to trade him. Like it's something about Tampa. I just want to get away from them. I'm sticking with Dortch.
I think I will go Dortch also. Go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, no, I'm going to agree with Scottie. Scott Dortch. I never put down my Tom Brady shovel. I constantly try to bury that man for a decade and a half.
Yes, Tony. Yes, I'm with you, dude.
Let's go. I'll keep shoveling. I'll keep shoveling until he retires, and I'll be like, I knew it. I told you all this year.
Tony, it's fine to be wrong for 21 years, but if we get that 1 year, we're right. Screw everybody else.
Yeah, exactly. I'll take it. I just need one.
What an intro, TDs.
I hope Tom Brady goes off tonight. Joe, you going with Dortch also?
Yeah, I'll go with Dortch, but you check because here's the thing: Godwin, and then they would play the Sunday night game. So get your players in before that Sunday night game, so you're not scrambling to be like, oh, who am I going to play in case he doesn't play?
Yeah, there's no AJ Green in that matchup either. I would think Hollywood might see a little bit more JC Horn. Dortch, he's been reliable. He likes to play high school football, apparently.
Hey, even though they have an overrated quarterback in Arizona, according to my guy LaShawn McCoy.
Yeah, Shady went off on him.
TDs is asking, should he change his name to TD's D or Herbert's Avengers?
I like Herbert's Avengers.
Of course you do. Of course you do. You do not ruin the TD's name. You don't ruin what's not broken.
That's all I'm saying. We can't have no Brady hate on this show. We need those boys to win tonight. I don't care how they do it. If it's a 14-12 game, it's a 14-12 game. We need it.
And the Minnesota Vikings are going to lose this game, huh? They're going to lose this game.
What they're doing, man.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
It is stupid.
Harrison, Tony's favorite guy, is in the house.
What up? What up?
I always say that because Harrison doesn't give a damn about any of us but Mike. He always comes on here saying, I love you, Mike. Never sharing love with any of us.
Oh, me and Harrison get along great.
I tuned into Harrison's live last night. Was it the night before? He was spitting some knowledge. I forgot what they were talking about, to be honest, but he was spitting some knowledge, I'm sure.
Well,
Hill.
So he said you're going to regret picking against Carolina. I picked up Hill this week, and I was going to play him all week, and I took him out of the lineup last night. So, hey, you're welcome.
Did you guys see
your fantasy endorsement? Go ahead, Scottie.
No, I was saying, did you guys see the Bears winning wish list? No, they're not.
Bears are winning today.
No, they're not. I hate the Giants. All my friends are Giant fans. I hate the Giants. They're going to beat the Bears.
Khalil Herbert running all over them.
Tony's roster just looks like the Raiders. That's dead on. Yes.
I love it,
dude. Yes.
Full of talent, 0-3. Scottie, do we need to say goodbye to you? It's 8:55.
Yes, this is my time, fellas. This was quick. It felt quick today. I didn't like it. It was too quick for me.
So there's a game on.
Yeah, I know. These games on. But yes, guys, thank you for having me. I'll be around every week. Keep kicking it.
SCO. Oh no, it's time to go. TTIE. Bye, Scottie.
Saints have the lead in London. Go follow Scottie, Fantasy Football. Wish us on Instagram. The link is in the description of this live stream. You guys just go give him a follow real quick. All right, here we go. Velus Jones makes his debut today. I'm a huge Velus Jones fan. Is he or David Bell a stat for later on in the season? Here's the problem. Velus Jones is not in a passing offense, and he's already a rookie coming into it. Do you guys think that it's worth it to stash and use a roster spot on Velus Jones or David Bell for that matter?
Only in a dynasty league would I put either of these two on my bench for any reason. But even in that case, it would probably be David Bell because at least he would be in an offense with Deshaun Watson, presumably. And David Bell was a productive receiver in college, and I think he can be a productive receiver in the NFL. So David Bell would be a dynasty stash. Neither one of these should be on your roster at any point in a redraft league.
Yeah, I have a guy in my money league that he drafted David Bell and he's had David Bell and he's not moving him or anything. I'm like, come on, it's a redraft league. If it's a redraft league, you don't have any of them.
I'm with you guys. On to the next one. Patrick Peterson just rocked Murray. Well, the Saints are rocking the Vikings in a game where I've seen the Vikings on the goal line or in a position to score like 10 times, and they only have 16 points somehow, or 15 points.
Yeah, the Vikings and Kirk Cousins and the Jefferson, like, say what you want about that being behind Jefferson. That ball hit him. He's a good enough receiver. He should have caught that ball.
I agree with Joe on that.
Should have caught it.
Mike and Tony, is Spiller worth a roster spot in Dynasty?
Dynasty, Mike?
He's not even dressing for games yet.
Well, you got to think, though, like the Dynasty League.
The Dynasty team is. None of my Dynasty teams have a roster spot for Isaiah Spiller right now.
But in the Dynasty League that you play in, you commish, the roster is a lot smaller than the other people I talk about in other Dynasty Leagues, where they have like 14 bench spots. They have like rookies for days. They're like, oh, I just have all these players that I keep. If you have a longer depth chart longer than 8 players, he should be on your roster. Like, he just should, because he's one injury away from playing in a high-powered offense. It's not like if you're going to keep a rookie running back, like one of my favorite running backs from this draft was Jerome Ford. He's 4th on a depth chart behind Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, and Dearness Johnson. But if I had a spot for him, I want him in a Stefanski offense. Yes.
I feel like Josh Kelly's in the same position as Isaiah Spiller right now.
Oh, my.
I started playing the Dynasty League this year with you guys, and Dynasty Leagues are boring to me now.
Josh Kelly's in a better position, I think.
Because you sit on guys like this. You put guys like this in your bench, and it's
we can. So I'm already going to have to not play a quarterback or a kicker in that league because I'm not dropping Kenneth Walker or George Pickens to play a defense this year.
Yeah, and it seems like you have to wait on guys in Dynasty. So,
what news?
I don't know. I like the trade. I'm a trader in fantasy football. I like the trade in Dynasty leagues. People doesn't seem like they're active that much.
About my college team, a baseball team, a basketball team. He better be talking about my football team. What does he mean?
Well, here we go. Darren says, tough news this morning for your team, Mike. Hope for a speedy recovery.
Soccer team? A flag football team?
Your social media team?
You talking about Joey Bosa? We already knew Joey Bosa was done for 8+ weeks, if that's what he's talking about. I'm with you. I'm hoping for
Go back and watch all the Charger stuff that I talked to you guys about when you guys are excited about Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa. And I told you we'll be excited if we can get 17 games combined out of both of them.
Remember when we said back, we were like, hey, same exact thing for Chandler Jones. Like, the exact same logic could be applied.
I don't wish injuries on anybody, but that happens to Joey Bosa. He just has bad luck, man.
Morning, gents.
RC in the house.
Oh, this is a tough one because Jacoby's starting to like Njoku a lot. And the Njoku looks healthy, fast, and strong, and everything we wanted him to be. What are you thinking here, Tony? Obviously, Everett has the better quarterback by a mile.
Yeah, I think Kirk Cousins is average at best. I think I'm probably going to lean towards Njoku. Like, I thought that was a good performance. I think the targets have been kind of headed in that direction. Second option in that Stefanski offense usually has some success and some consistency there. So I would go Njoku, partially because I think also there's an opportunity for the Chargers to try and run the football a lot today. Like, I really think that is something that they're going to focus on.
Joe, what are you thinking?
I'm going Njoku. I like what he's doing. And I think Brissett is starting to fill him out and love him as a target now. So I would go with him.
We're touching here on Njoku. I think Njoku has a good game today, playing against like kind of a piece together Atlanta defense. The Atlanta defense is playing hard, but playing hard doesn't really work in the NFL. You got to have good scheme, good players as well.
Kirk Cousins sucks.
The Raiders are winning today.
Kirk Cousins is garbage.
And I'm undefeated on Raider games this year. Don't listen to Joe or Tony because they can't call a Raider game to save their life. Listen to me, the undefeated Raider game caller. They're winning today.
Good crap. The Vikings have nobody to blame but themselves for losing when they lose this game. This is horrible. I'm gonna come out right now and say I was dead wrong on the Minnesota Vikings, and they're horrible. And Kevin O'Connell, you'll be lucky to keep your job for 2 years. Like, you're supposed to be an offensive genius, and you're putting this crap up. This is bull crap.
You were giving them every award like 2 weeks ago, and you've already turned, Joe.
Yeah, horrible.
What if they had like a crazy fourth quarter where they scored 20 points?
No, they're horrible.
It's not even that they're just the Vikings. Like, they're just always going to be average. But when I look at like the talent that they've had in the last 25 years, they got like Randy Moss, Chris Carter, Culpepper had some juice, Robert Smith. Now you go to Delvin Cook, Adam Thielen. They had Stephon Diggs. They just had so much talent on offense and defense, for that matter. Nothing to show for it.
O'Connell's trying to replicate what they're doing in Los Angeles, right? And remember what they did in Los Angeles when their quarterback couldn't get the job done. They traded for a new one. So clock's ticking, Kurt. So get together. They traded for a new one. And
who's this? Emmy? Is that how you say his name, Tony? Emmy? You're the name expert.
Yeah, I'm going with Emmy on this one. We got to pick two. I'm going with Ramondre Stevenson for the flex spot, and then I would have to pick a wide receiver. I believe Zay Jones is out. I think I saw that he's inactive this week. I know he didn't maybe make our list because he's not a huge name, but for the wide receiver then, I guess Rashad Bateman, because I think even though Gallup's back, I think they're going to have a bit of a snap count for him week one, like working back in there slowly. It still is Cooper Rush, and Dalton Schultz could be back this week. So I'll go Rashad Bateman for the wide receiver, and then I'm going to put in Ramondre Stevenson flex.
Why is Jefferson catching with his body?
I have no idea.
Because he's not Cooper Kupp.
I'm real close with you, Tony. I'm real close with you. I like Stevenson this week. I think Stevenson's going to be good, but I'm going with Pierce. I've been telling you that Pierce has been getting better and better each week. They've been giving him more and more each week. I think Houston is going to try to do their same game plan of what they did against the Chargers last week and just run. So that means more carries for this guy. If he makes the opportunity of it, I don't know. But I think he's going to get the opportunities. And I'll go with Bateman. So I'll go with Bateman and Pierce.
This decision, Emmy, depends on your belief in the Chargers, right? I'm a Chargers fan. I'm going to tell you that we're going to shut Dameon Pierce down, obviously. But that is the make or break for the Chargers defense this week, is stopping the run game. Because if the Chargers stop the run game, this game's going to get out of hand. And the Chargers are going to be throwing.
Still here. Zay Jones, right? Zay Jones, it says he's out. I just got multiple notifications saying Zay Jones is out, Phil.
Yeah, and then the wide receiver. Joe, did you pick a wide receiver?
Yeah, Bateman.
Bateman?
Yes.
I think you got to go Bateman because you can't put Gallup in week 1. I don't think he's going to get 100% of the work.
I think Ramondre's going to get – I think Ramondre ends up with 5 to 7 receptions in today's game. Dump-offs, check-downs from Axel Hoyer.
I am really excited to see Rush get Michael Gallup also. He's using Noah Brown very effectively, so this offense actually could look pretty good with Cooper Rush.
Good morning, Positive Philly Productions. I'm a fan of this.
Is there anything positive that comes out of Philly? I've never seen it, but okay. Here we go.
Hell yeah, there is. Rocky.
Go Birds.
Joel Embiid in the base, in the post.
Aaron Rodgers or Kyler Murray?
Kyler.
I'm going to go with Kyler on this one.
We'll go with Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers! That's just me. Because you know what I think about Aaron.
Kyler.
It really is close because I think the Panthers' defense is better than people talk about or give it credit for.
CMC listed as game time decision. Yeah, everything I've read that he is going to play. He's not 100%, but if you got him, put him in. Might as well.
Yeah, I have one situation where I have CMC, and I guess my issue is that Damian Harris or Cam Akers is the only people that I would have then to put in if he ends up not going, which is a little scary for me.
Somebody forgot to take AK out of their lineup, Phil.
They called me out.
They called that a flag?
Yeah, they just got bailed out.
I forgot to switch him out. I hope AJ Brown, Kelsey, and my flex can help me out. Now for my flex, full PPR, do I play Pittman or CeeDee Lamb?
That's a tough choice.
That is
a tough choice, but a good choice, right?
Yeah, it's a good choice you're making because Pittman, the Colts, playing against kind of a soft secondary in Tennessee, and CeeDee Lamb's playing against the Washington Commanders look like they may be the worst team in football. Carson Wentz keeps playing the way he's been playing. They almost stand no chance because their defense and their offensive line is awful.
Yeah, it's going to be a classic Carson Wentz team where 1 week they're going to look like one of the most unstoppable offenses where he's just diamond all over because there's a lot of talent on that offense, especially once they get back Brian Robinson Jr. Like, there's going to be a ton of talent on that offense. And some weeks they're going to put up 40 points. In other weeks, he's going to get sacked 15 times and be bent like a pretzel. I'm going to go with Pittman on this option here. It's very close. I don't think you can go wrong. But if you're looking for like a monster game, like somebody who might end up with 15 targets and double-digit receptions and a touchdown, I think Pittman is the play.
Go.
Yeah, I'm going with Pittman too. I don't know about CeeDee Lamb. He's been disappointing. I just traded for him too, right? in one of our leagues, I think I just picked up CeeDee Lamb, but like Tony said, he jinxed him last week, but he has no real option of anybody else but Pittman on that Colts team. So it's Pittman or anybody else. Was that just the easiest touchdown for Justin?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Pittman too, but it is close. CD came alive last week. The week before that, he had a good game, just no touchdown to really prop up the score. So I think that I'm gonna go with the Colts to win today, and they're gonna need Pittman to have a good game to win today. So I'm going with Pittman.
I need a quarterback. This is crazy. I hate you, Kirk Cousins.
He just got you a rushing touchdown for Jay Jettas.
Yeah, that I'm not gonna lie. I have Jefferson in one league, but in the other two leagues where I don't have Jefferson, he's he's got yeah.
We are all caught up. You want to talk about prize picks while we wait for some more questions?
I'm playing against Kurt, and I have Jettas. Yeah, you like that one. I hate that one. Like, you like that? No, I don't, Kirk Cousins, because you're a piece of shit.
Tony, do you have any prize picks in?
I don't. I had a real bad run in prize picks.
You guys want to go to prize picks and play? Use the promo code NFLMike. Get you double your deposit. Get Mike more than double his deposit.
I don't know. That's not something I wanted to wake up. I don't want to wake up and be like, yeah, there's football on at 6:30 in the goddamn morning, and then see Kirk Cousins just lay eggs for me. He got me 14 points so far. You think that's going to win me a fantasy championship, Kirk Cousins? Huh? You think your shitty play is going to win me a championship with your 14 points in London?
Yeah, the Vikings were supposed to be a superhuman offense this year. It has been not that. They're back in the lead, though, Joe, so maybe they're going to win now.
Justin Herbert, over under 269.5 yards.
Over.
269.
Yeah, 269.
I think they're going to get the win on the ground running. I'll go under.
I think even if they get the win on the ground running, he goes over this 269. I don't know how many games in his career he's been under 269.
Yeah, I agree, but I just I have a game plan in my head that I want to see,
and it's not going to happen. Watch.
All right.
I think trying to run the ball 40 times today.
You think this is a good win right here? Rex Burkhead, over under 13.5 rushing yards.
13. How many carries did he get last week? I know Dame got 20, I think. If Burkhead gets 5 carries, he'll go over 13.
Yeah, I think that's probably a solid play.
They're giving Pierce 59.5.
So last week he got 3 attempts for 9 yards. The week before that he had 0 carries against Denver. So
that's scary.
Yeah.
I wouldn't touch the Burkhead thing. It's kind of like if he's going to get 3 or 4 touches or not kind of situation.
Yeah. Well, everybody just keeps talking trash about this run defense too, and it's
not been that bad this year.
It's not perfect, but it's not nearly as bad as everybody says.
So Darren's saying by the end of the day, the Raiders and the Chargers will have the same record.
Like my buddy, he was like, the Chargers rush defense, not fix it all, Khalil Mack. And then I asked him, like, what do you think about how they did against the Jaguars? And he was like, James Robinson ran all over him every single freaking play. It's like, you didn't watch the game, clearly, to see that he had 16 carries for 45 yards before he broke that one. It wasn't all day that they just pounded the rock on us. They got us in, and, me and Tony have watched it since. You're just in the completely wrong set on defense for that play.
So TDs is going with the completions. Herbert completions 23.5 over 23.5. ETN over 46.5 total yards, and Hurts over 300 total yards.
What do you guys think about Justin Fields over 186 pass and rush yards combined?
Passing yards or total yards combined?
Together. All-purpose yards, I guess.
Oh, yeah, I'd get that.
186.
I'm going to go under on that. Scottie said it's windy out there, and he can't throw in a dome in 7-on-7. So I want more for Justin Fields. I don't know what's going on with it, but when you watch it, it's absolutely brutal to see somebody look like that. I'm really regretting not picking up Juwan Johnson now in a 16-team league where I'm starting Cole Kmet at tight end.
That's shocking to find out. I just looked. He is under 186.5 rushing yards in every – or not rushing, total yards in every game this year so far.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, it's not that I'm not even sure he's been close to that number yet this year. Was he broken 150?
186 is not high. Jesus.
No, it's been you've watched the games, Mike. It's been bad. Like, he's behind his wide receivers when he is throwing the football, and he's kind of dipping out a little early after the first read a lot of times and just taking off with it. Maybe it's offensive line, maybe it's the play. I just thought we were going to see a lot more like play action, roll out, let's use his athleticism, get him some easy targets. And I haven't really seen that.
All right, we got a question here. Deontay Johnson, Terry McLaurin. Steelers playing the Jets. Washington's playing Dallas.
Phil. Let's go with Deontay Johnson against the Jets.
What do you think, Joe?
You have to go Deontay Johnson right now because if you look at Deontay Johnson, he's getting the targets, 10+ a game. He's definitely the number one guy. Where Terry went from being the number one guy last year to the number 3 guy on Washington now, which is crazy. So I just traded Deontay Johnson because I like to trade, so I'm just gonna tell you. But Deontay Johnson and Mitchell Trubisky love each other, and he's gonna continue to give him the targets there.
I don't know if I agree with that much Terry slander. He's been a pretty safe floor play this year. I would go with Deontay as well, just because Deontay is going to get so many more touches in the offense too. Can Terry have 5 catches, 70 yards in the tub today? Hell yeah.
No, TDs. I got Lamb. Somebody traded me Lamb last week. I forget what did I trade in their league.
Terry McLaurin right now is first in receiving on the Washington Commanders by 50 yards.
Yeah, but he's not the number one option. Look at it. He's getting it more on his catches. How many catches does he have?
Yeah, I think he's
for 235.
Worth in targets. Go! Shit, I needed that one.
How do you not call that one?
He's second in targets.
How do you not call that PI, but you called the last one PI?
He's second in targets. I didn't even see it. I'm looking at this one. He's second in targets on the team. But it's Curtis Samuel coming out the backfield. Oh, I want Olave too.
How do you not call that PI? Like, you just call the PI with Thielen.
Just slightly underthrown by Andy. If you can get that out there, Olave catches that.
Like, I'm rooting for and you know what? There's a guy in my fantasy league that I need to go off on right now. He thinks he's all big and bad because all he did was draft Josh Allen in the first round, and he thinks he's talking all this crap like, I'm the best because I have Josh Allen. Shut your ass up. Josh Allen is going to average out, and your team's going to average out. Your team's crap. Your fantasy team is crap, and you're not going to be that good. It's early in the season. All you people that are 3-0 or 2-1 that think your fantasy team are great, you're at the end of the season when everything settles down, your team's going to be trash.
I think that the only thing averaging Josh Allen out this year is going to be an injury. This dude's going crazy. He's going Super Saiyan on them. I think, and this is an interesting topic, we're on a fantasy football show, that we're going to see a little bit of a shift toward receivers next year or maybe the year after. We're starting to get to where, like, all of these running backs in the first round are starting to fail your team.
Well, if you look, Mike, if you look, the number one running back in a PPR league right now is 13th best player in PPR.
That's not good. That's not good.
So, all these guys are dropping.
We saw the shift this year with Cooper Kupp or Justin Jefferson being drafted in the top 5. Because for the past 6 or 7 years, it's been all running backs. Like, maybe there was a couple seasons there where people were drafting Antonio Brown at the top. But not nearly as much. In a lot of leagues I was in, 3 wide receivers were going in the first round plus a tight end. I think that the real shift could be not only 3 wide receivers going in the top 10 or 12 next year, but you could be adding Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, stuff like that to your first round picks, depending on how these quarterbacks, because it's all about hype from the season before.
Yeah.
The average person will push the average draft position up. The people who are obsessed with fantasy, like we are, that sit around and look at this stuff year round, we probably won't deviate too far from how we draft, as long as we have season-long success this year.
Monish, I'm going to say Monish is the name. I'm not sure. Is asking for Penny, A-Rob, or Julio PPR flex. I'm big on Penny today. I think Penny breaks out, not breaks out, but goes back to the week 1 form. I'm going with Penny.
And Seattle beats Detroit, right?
It's going to be close. Detroit's missing a lot of weapons, so.
There it is. Grit. I got it tattooed on me, Dan Campbell. We got double black eye coffee coming up right after this game. Give me it's tough matchup.
It's Penny.
You know what's crazy? I have all 3 of these guys on my money league. I just got Julio last night. Somebody threw him in on a deal. So I have all three of them, but I'm starting two. Julio's not in my starting lineup because I'm afraid of playing him tonight.
I'm gonna go with I'll go with Penny. I think he gets the most opportunities against a friendly. Yeah, I like it. Go with Rashad Penny. 60-yarder. Short.
Nailed it.
Oh, that's good. That's
Oh,
good. Will Lutz with the 60-yard field goal. And I don't know about you guys, but in my fantasy league, you get like 5 points for a 60-yard field goal.
That's what it should be. You should get a point for every 10 yards of that field goal.
I think if you
I don't
pick
think
a
you
60, you
but
should
see,
get
they
10.
don't have 60-yard field goals on there, and it's only 50 plus.
Oh, really? So yeah,
I thought it was Tony. I was with you. I thought it was short too. I'm looking at it and I was like, "Oh, that's short," but no, I was good for another 2 yards.
That was good.
Let's
You
see.
know, they put a little thing up where they're like, "That's good from 68." That was good from like 60.2 yards. That barely cleared the bar right there.
Hey, you know what that means? More points from Kirk Cousins. Get your ass in there and do something, Kirk Cousins.
Oh, yeah. You know what that means? Negative points. Interception right here. Marshawn Lattimore.
Shut your face, Tony Tucker.
He's trying to force feed. We've seen the Kirk Cousins story before. You said it 20 minutes ago. Vikings are going to lose this game. And you got your
I already switched. Like I was like, Vikings suck. Kirk Cousins is, I'm done with you. And then I'm like, come on, Cousins. Get in and get some points. I'm already switching. What's up, Tiffany? Good to see you this morning. Jerry Jeudy, Alan Lazard, or Josh Reynolds. Josh Reynolds has been a favorite for everybody. One, because since he's went to Detroit, him and Golf have had that connection that they've had from the Rams. What are you guys picking? Pick two
of them. I think that Judy's going to have a good game. He's been in the news. He's been snapping with people. They know they need to get him going to achieve what this offense needs. It's a very good matchup against a very, very poverty-stricken secondary for Las Vegas Raiders. That slot machine's going to be pan out all day. So Jerry Jeudy, I just want to make sure I say as many bad things as I can about the Raiders. And then I will quickly go on to Josh Reynolds. Why not swing big in that right there? No Amon-Ra. Maybe Josh Reynolds fills in. I'll go with Reynolds and Jeudy.
I'll go with Jeudy and Reynolds as well. I'm with you, Tony, just because I think that Romeo Doubs is the wide receiver 1 in Green Bay. It's official, Joe. It's Romeo Doubs.
Dalvin Cook finally wants to run the ball. Dalvin Cook finally.
And the thing with the Broncos receivers right now, and it's really hurting their offense, is these guys aren't getting any separation. Every single completion, every single pass from Russell Wilson down the field is into tight coverage, into a tough situation where they're hoping for PI pretty much. It's tough. I think the Raiders are going to win today. That's how tough it is. I think
I'm going Alan Lazard and Reynolds. I don't like Lazard, but I'm liking the Reynolds upside because somebody's going to have to catch that ball. They understand. Whoever's calling the plays in Detroit understands how to get people open, and I like that. And I'm not going to go with Jeudy. Justin Jefferson, baby!
Dragging him. Of any quarterback playing today, guys, I have to pick one to throw an interception. Which one do you think I would pick?
Russell Wilson.
Who? Derek Carr?
Derek Carr. That's exactly what I was going to say. But
I thought you were asking me who you picked, and I'm like,
no, I'm saying who would you pick? Anyone. I got one more slot in my ticket. I want to put it on an interception.
Davis Mills.
Instant replay. That's not even a question. If Team A traded for Jameson Williams right now, it's a loss because you don't even know if he's coming. It's going to be how good he's going to be, and you're giving up Terry and J. Rob. Team B won that trade hands down and robbed the hell out of him.
And the thing with Jameson Williams, I have him stashed in one league. I think Rose has him stashed. The thing is even when he gets back out there, guys, who knows what the state of the Lions are at that point with their season. If they're in the wild card picture and they're playing hard, yeah, it's good to have Jameis Williams. If they're similar to previous years, they're probably
Someone offered TDs, Lamar and Andrews for Herbert and Mike Williams in a dynasty league, and he couldn't trade Herbert.
Damn.
That's a good. I don't know. I think that's a damn good. Lamar and Andrews are like what did Forrest Gump say? Peas and carrots.
That's a better stack right now than Mike Will and Herb. Mike Will is kind of like he's getting double coverage, and it's disappearing him from the offense too much. It's like, what the hell? I know it's a double coverage, but number one receivers get double coverage in the NFL. Like Justin Jefferson's getting double coverage this entire game.
I don't think this breakout's coming this year, TDs, to be honest with you.
I do.
Tony, they're so sure that Davis Mills is going to throw an interception that he's not an option on here. So I'm just going to go with something else. Another stat.
Another interception. Baker Mayfield.
Baker's on there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go somewhere.
Chargers over under 3 hours today, guys, because he got movie tickets at 4:30. So
I think I'm gonna hit the over on this one.
Yeah, me too. Lots of touchdowns, stopping the clock.
well, if it's a big running game, it's going to go quick.
But Joe, you know what I want and what I get are two completely different things.
That's true. Yeah, I don't think Russ is going to be cooking at all today, Darren. And if Chandler Jones, is there any game that you want to show up for? This is the one because you sacked Russell Wilson the most of anybody else in the NFL. Come on, throw your ass up.
Whose punter is going to be on the field the most today?
Well, we all know that Denver has a great punter.
He does. They do. But is Denver's opponent going to make them punt a lot? Should I bet on that, Joe?
Look,
Raphael, what's up?
If O'Connell puts this in Cousins' hands,
It's 4 punts for Cortlis Waitman. Over under.
I think 4 punts.
He had 10 last week.
over under 4 punts.
Yeah.
Oh, he's punting. Yeah, 5. He's punting.
Last week's MVP. All right, Joe.
Look, the Raiders finally have their guys back on defense, which doesn't mean a lot, but it's having Moerig back there is a big thing. Having Perriman on the field is a big thing. So they're finally back after a couple games out.
Yeah, it's
Joe,
also.
I'm pissed at the Raiders. I hated them before, but now I have a personal just anger towards them. How do I pick them against the Titans and then they go out there and lose like that? Never
Trust a Vikings kicker is what Felke's saying.
No, here we go.
He's got history right there.
All right, here's my ticket, guys. Tell me if I should change something. I got Nick Chubb over 100 receiving and rushing yards combined. I'm just keeping in mind it's only 5 more yards for receiving that maybe he gets a screen and he takes a big screen to the house or something. And then Davis Mills, less than 110 passing yards in the first half of the game. Logic is going to be running the ball at the beginning of the game, and if they do have to throw, it's going to be in the second half. Christian Kirk, more than 14 fantasy points. Austin Eckler to score a touchdown, receiving or rushing anytime in the game. And Cortlis Waitman, more than 4 punts. He hit it. He hit the field goal, guys. You're not watching the game. The Vikings are up 28-25 with 24 seconds left. Hold your breath, because these games always end wild between these two teams.
I need a deep shot to Chris Olave. Anybody else out there watching this who just needs a nice
What if it's like I do too. I have Chris Olave in a couple leagues, but what if it's that one, Tony, where it's like they're just trying to get him to field goal range? He gets like a 30-yard catch right here at the beginning of the drive.
It's fine. I just need more from Chris Olave.
Yeah.
Like in the second half, he completely disappeared. And I don't think it's he disappeared. I think it's Andy Dalton.
Anyways, did I take it a winner or what? Did I take the punter off? Cash it? No, putting it in.
Leave it. It's a strong ticket.
Gotta log in first.
Hey, E on the mic is in the house. What's up, E? Haven't seen you in a while, or we've been going back and forth. It does say that it's going to rain throughout the whole game for Philly and Jacksonville. Because you said it's raining hard. I don't know how hard it is, but the wind is kicking up as the game goes on. It says the wind is going to go from 12 miles to 16 miles. I don't know how much that affects the kicking game in that stadium. But yeah, it should be 82%. It says rain for that whole game.
I'm not going to lie. That does scare me a little bit because I think I have the Eagles kicker in 4 leagues.
Yeah, so there's 3 games that it says the Giants and the Bears, but that says possible light rain. Philly and Jacksonville rain all day, and then Baltimore and Buffalo should be raining as well. Herbert with no Keenan Allen or Daniel. Oh! Herbert's getting compared to Daniel Jones right now.
Chris Olave.
He's holding his leg. He's holding his leg. Fuck.
Yeah, he's hurt.
Wait, but
hurt. He got you some points, but what did it cost you, Tony?
Everything.
Nothing. He's fine.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Oh! Ankle got hit and twisted pretty hard, Tony. Oh, it's just a contusion. He'll be fine. You're okay with contact. Like, that's exactly what I was talking about, Tony.
That's a broken bone right there.
That exact play was exactly what I was calling for. Yeah, he got up and immediately realized, like, I can't run. Yeah.
My
guy
helps the same time.
That's a fractured shin.
They just got an injury timeout. They had no timeouts.
And he already kicked a 60-yard field goal in the same direction.
Yeah. The Vikings are going to – this is going to go to overtime, Joe. More Kirk Cousins for you.
Yeah, because he already got me 15 points, and they have only dropped 3 other touchdowns.
I'm taking Christian Kirk's fantasy score off this ticket if it's super rainy there, but who is scoring points locked in for sure today?
I feel like sitting Smith for Travis Etienne today. If you feel like doing it, do it. And that's I don't care what we say or what anybody else says. If you have a feeling in fantasy football, you got to go with that feeling. There's so many times that I want to do something and I'm like, nah, I'm not going to do it. And and then I kick myself later. If you have a gut feeling, you go with your gut feeling no matter what anybody says. That's just my advice to anybody that's playing fantasy football. Because at the end of the day, it's your team. It's your team.
Except for that Daniel Jones-Herbert question. Don't go.
I'm going with he said Pierce or Gibson. I'm going with Pierce. He's becoming the number one.
Olave! Oh, this kid's good.
There's no way he caught that. He's out of bounds.
Yeah, that's still a good effort.
And his leg's broken. Putting the team on the back.
I was going to say, I told you that my guy was good.
Putting the team on the back. He's trying to be like Greg Jennings right now, Madden.
Oh, he almost
that
did it.
Is caught.
No, it's not. That's out of bounds.
Out, but
there's no way that's a catch.
He realized while catching this ball, he realized his leg came off the ground and quickly smashed it down. It's out of bounds, but
look, if you're the referees in my flag football league that I coach for, that's a first down all the way because those referees suck. If you're a flag football referee, yeah, you're gonna call that. But in NFL, no.
I almost got kicked out of my second career game as a high school coach. I almost got kicked off the sideline because of the referee. Not my fault. The referee's fault that I was yelling at him.
Who wins one-on-one right now, Tony Tucker or Storm Norton?
Who wins?
Yeah.
What are we competing in?
I don't know. I'm a little dehydrated right now, but I think I'll give him a run for his money.
I don't know if you've seen Tony Tucker, but Tony Tucker, we used to have a video of him being very, very athletic, doing some drills. And did that bounce off it? Bounced off of it? Tony, what did you say about the 60-yarder? How far could it go?
I said the other one that he kicked would have been good from 60.2 yards. And this one was 61 yards. It had bounced off the crossbar.
Our PR team needs to go cut that out, put that together, and show that Tony Tucker knows that Will Lutz couldn't make a 61-yard field goal.
Joe, I know kickers. I just know kickers. It's what I do. Some people know everything else. I know kickers. Right here. Just a little bit more English in London, and he couldn't get it.
Look at this.
Jink.
No.
Yeah, right. That'd have been good from 64. But
no.
Nonetheless.
Oh, the double doink is, I think, the worst because it could bounce either way, and it said, no, thank you.
I feel like he stole candy from his kids or something. I is bad karma. There's just not like terrible karma. Like he didn't push an old lady down a flight of stairs, but there's something a little off with that. He did.
Okay, let me give you a little advice. Next time when you do something like this, right? Instead of saying, "Who's Tony Tucker? Never heard of him," you want to go a little bit more funnier, and you go, "Who's Tony Tucker? Never heard of her." It would have been a little bit more funnier, and I would have laughed.
I don't know. Here's what I do know. It's going to be a great day for me in fantasy football. I'm going to go make my kids pancakes because I'm a good father. I already made bacon and sausage. I bid you all adieu. And yes, tackle reps.
Poor Jameis. Before you go, Tony, would you play CeeDee Lamb or Cortland Sutton?
I don't even know how this is a question, but I'm going to play Cortland Sutton. I'm playing everybody I can possibly play against the Raiders today. The Denver Broncos are putting 38 points on the board.
I'm going with CeeDee Lamb. It hit twice.
Yeah.
It
was a double doink.
Mark Sanchez has found his calling in life, and it's broadcasting. I find him extremely entertaining. He's got little throwaway jokes that are funny, and I don't know if he's writing them or not, but I find him very entertaining. I'm a fan of Mark Sanchez.
I know what you mean, Tony. There's been some times where he said some stuff that I'm like, all right, I like him. And somebody actually put they've taken some of his wise little jokes and they made a big a list of them and said, this is why I love Mark Sanchez.
And he's free now. He's free of the butt punt officially. Or the butt punt. The butt fumble. Someone butt punted last week. The Dolphins. So he's free.
You're never free. He's never free of that moment, ever. But he's embraced it. Like, he knows you can't you can't
take that off the history books.
Yeah, even Orlovsky's saying, like, finally somebody else stepped out of the back of the end zone. Dude, you ran from, like, pylon to pylon out of the back of the end zone. It's not even close.
And it wasn't like Jimmy Garoppolo. You see Nick Bosa chasing after him. Like, in that thing, it makes Dan Orlovsky look even more scared because Jared Allen is, like, on his tail. So it's like he's got, like, a crazy all-time pass rusher, like, just coming after him, and he's also running out the back end zone. And I didn't know that was his first ever career snap.
Yeah, getting ready for one of these.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in this week. We appreciate y'all. Hopefully, we answered all your questions and hopefully got them all right. We'll see you next week on the Fantasy Football Wake Up Call. Tony, Magic 8 Ball, what are we going for?
Will the Raiders win today? And it says, I'm not reading this. End the show. Fuck that.
What's it say?
Yes. Hey, Kirk Cousins, you're fired. You're fired.
Hey, he got the job done. You like that?
No, because he got me 15 fantasy points to start my Sunday. Good morning to me.
Raise your hand if you're undefeated in the pick'ems this week as of right now.
I am 2-0. Vikings won, right?
Tony. High five, Tony. Yeah.
Oh, how's Joe doing? Is he 0-2?
I think he's 1-1.
I think I picked the Vikings.
Okay. You got lucky. That was Kurt in mini prime time right there. That was a mini prime time win for him.
Are we picking one, Jim? Pick one for Jim. Hurry, guys.
Those London fans probably really liked all the kicking in there.
Pick one. Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah, Jerry Jeudy. I went Jeudy over Lazard earlier.
Josh Jacobs scoring 2 touchdowns. 2 titties today.
You know what, Joe?
They ain't playing the Denver Broncos aren't playing a low-powered offense today. They played 3 offenses that are on the bottom 10 of the league in their last 3 games. And now all of a sudden they're a great defense.
I'm changing to Josh Jacobs there. You convinced me, Joe. Go Raiders. Woo!
Hit that intro or the outro, whatever it is, because we're done. Football is on. Kirk Cousins, I'm trading your ass this week.
Like, subscribe, favorite, share. We'll see you guys next week.